Well, welcome back to Real Women, Real Issues. I'm Adrienne along with Josette and Sherilyn, and we're full steam ahead today with your Real Women, Real Issues financial tune-up. And I understand we have a caller on the line. Hi, caller. How are you? And welcome to Real Women, Real Issues.
Yes, I was calling to find out if you wanted to invest into an account, what kind of account would you recommend if you want to see some growth on your money?
If you want to keep some what?
Some growth on your money.
Ooh. Well, let me just say this. Like I said, we're not financial advisors and we don't give all of that kind of advice. However, I do have a good financial advisor and I follow his advice, and so far I'm doing quite well, I must say. Real proud of him. So she was giving you some advice on, my financial advisor, believe it or not, does not believe in risky stocks.
Sure.
He believes in some aggressive mutual funds, and he also believes in some annuities. That he's a safer guy. But when I looked at his history and the history of his company, he's done quite well. So I feel, pretty secure to follow his advice. But if you find yourself a good financial planner, because unless you really learn for yourself about the stock market, that's very high risk.
And then the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission does recommend that you not invest in anything that you don't really understand.
Exactly.
That is the key. Because there are trends with the stock market and with a particular item. There may be highs and lows. There are things where you've got to understand when you're going to. There are tricks to the trade.
That's why it is important to find those financial advisors and let them do their job, because they know. But if you want to be a risk taker, it takes a lot of research and like she said.
And you need to have money that you're willing to risk for that, and that you're not afraid to lose. And when you talk to those financial advisors, they will talk with you. Some things are determined by your age. How risky are you willing to be?
Exactly.
Because you have a lot of time to save for retirement and these types of things. So there are
factors.
Right.
Several
that play
factors.
a part in that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to invest, it is great. There's some great things out there. There's some things that are happening. But you need to be well informed. You need to speak with someone.
And you don't have to have a lot of money. Learning from my husband's friend, who is well on the way to be a millionaire now, he used to bring spaghetti to lunch. Homemade spaghetti, and eats homemade spaghetti. But he started out taking the money that he was spending going out to lunch.
And he invested it?
And he would invest it. And I mean, when they would go out to lunch, if you add up, you going out to lunch every
it adds up. It adds up. It definitely
adds
adds up. It does. Well, we have another caller. Thank you for calling, but please do. You need to get a good financial advisor. Make sure you check out that company and see what kind of history they have. And if they've been around for a while, and if they have a good investment history. Okay, we have another caller on the line. Hi, caller. How are you? And welcome to Real Women, Real Issues.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
I'm calling from Miami, Florida here, and I'm watching you guys' show here in my car, and this is my first time encountering the show, and I'm listening to the things you women are talking about, and I want to let you guys know that I think, in my opinion, a lot of things you guys are saying are absolutely right, and the advice you guys are giving is great, and I think this is a great show, and I think you women are doing a phenomenal job, and I hope that this show I just think you guys are doing a great job, and I just really want to call and let you guys know that.
Thank you.
Well, we need to have you come on the show.
He's calling from Miami.
Come on into Atlanta. We need to have you come on the show.
I just want to tell you that is just really, it made us smile.
Go to our website, Real Women, Real Issues at yahoo.com, and
or email us.
Email us, yeah. Email us. I'm technologically challenged.
Be safe in that car. You said you're watching from your car. Be safe.
I actually travel a lot, so.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Make sure you come by. Email us and let us know when you'll be in the area. We'd love to have you come in.
Definitely will do. And I, as far as the finances go, I mean, I understand what you guys are saying. 360%, and I think it's great. And I'm really hoping that individuals are listening and they're heeding this advice, because you women have been right from the gun topics all the way to the finances.
Great.
Continue the good work, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and Josette is going to tell us something about.
Oh, wait, I have one something to say about
Oh,
the investment.
okay, yeah.
I just wanted to say that this company is not a publicly traded company, but Ketchups, we are accepting investments.
Okay, let's.
That is Ketchups.
As in
The-
Sherilyn
as in
Ketchups
Sherilyn-
over there.
the-
Okay, Incorporated.
The
Okay.
Ketchups.
Now,
Not Heinz.
Not Heinz or Hunt.
was there anything else that you needed to say on investing before we get her to
I
say
did.
something about
I
credit
did.
cards?
One other thing, and this is a wealth of information. If you do have an opportunity, go on to the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission and look at the information for yourself. But the other thing that I wanted you to be aware of is that when you do connect yourself with a brokerage firm, make sure that you don't sign any documents before you
Before you what?
I just lost my train of thought for just a moment, but I'm gathering it back. Before you sign any documents, you do need to understand what you're signing. When you engage with a brokerage firm, they have different stipulations about how they're going to be paid. You need to understand how you're going to be paying for this investment, whether you're going to establish a cash account or whether or not you're going to establish what they call a margin account, where you are borrowing from the brokerage firm and they're paid through how your account makes money. But you need to understand that if you're losing money at any time, they can sell your stock to recoup their funds. And if there is anything that's left in the negative, you are responsible for it. You are liable. You need to understand this before you sign any documents. Also, be careful about authorizing control. Who is going to manage this account? There are situations where you will give discretionary authority to your broker, and that means that they're going to make the best decisions for you without your permission. So you need to establish whether or not that's going to work for you. Do you want to be in full control of what's going on with your account and your money? So those are just a few tips. Make sure you get on to the website, look it up if you want to invest.
And thank you,
remember-
Sherilyn, and we are
Yes.
going to take a break on that note. We'll be right
Because
back.
it's a real woman, real issues
I know.
moment.
Well, we are back to Real Women, Real Issues, and we are here busy with your Real Women, Real Issues financial tune up. Sherilyn, I want to thank you for that information. Listen, I can give you the name of my investment person. Email me, realwomenrealissues@yahoo.com. That's a starting point. You may like that company, you may not. It's a jumping off point. But in any case, call me. Email me.
Let me apologize to everyone because Sherilyn is just, I had a moment. I am a real woman with real issues. So yes, I had to fan because it got
She had a private
it
summer.
got hot
A private
up
summer.
in here,
Private
okay?
summer. And
So,
women have private
you
summers.
know, when
That
it
does
happens,
happen.
you just
Okay.
can't be pretty all the time. So,
But
forgive
she's
me.
pretty most
But
of the
I'm
time,
pretty
is what she's
anyway.
saying. That's what
I'm
she's
pretty
saying.
through it.
Okay.
So,
And then why did you have to do all the neck rolling and tilting and all
As
that?
long as
Because
you
I
leave
wanted
the
you
gun
to
in the car.
feel it.
Okay,
I thought
moving
she
right
was
along.
fainting because it was gun smoke. I'm just trying to figure out what was going on. over here.
anyway,
Moving right along.
don't make me
You
start
listen.
over here.
Let me
But
just.
anyway.
I'm just gonna briefly say this to you about department store credit cards. If you can, do without them. Just do without it. They will lower your credit score. And
But tell them why it will lower your credit score.
well, the thing about it is the way that the credit situation works, you really look in better shape if you don't have high balances. And the majority of the time when people get department store credit cards, they're constantly using them. So the balances are never low or lower than 50% of the credit limit. So that makes you look really, really bad when in terms of, your FICO score. So it's just better not to do it. And because our time is moving right along, we have so much more
Now, do
information.
you know that when you're doing your insurances, that insurance companies now check your credit. Although they don't use your FICO score, they use a credit-based rating on you.
Sure.
So that determines if you're going to pay $16 a month or $116 a month. So, you know, everything is related around your, and they go to that medical database also. Everything is related now around your credit score. So you need to, if it's not in order, work on getting it
And
in
not
order.
only that, department store finance charges are generally
Sure.
so high.
Yes, they are. It's 20 in the 20
Extremely high.
range.
Right.
And you know, this, Adrian, I don't know if you mentioned this or if you all know that it, you know, you go into the stores and they say, oh, you know, if you open up an account right now, you will save an additional $10 off of your purchase, or this purchase will be free. So you go and you do that. But
That's
for
how they
every
get you.
inquiry
That's how they get you.
that is made by a department store on your credit,
Those
it
are the
can
worst.
cost you 12
points. That's
on
right.
your credit score.
Those are the
so
worst.
if you hop from store to store to store trying to get those good deals and you had planned to pay it
You're
off,
lowering your rate.
Right.
So
You're lowering
even
it.
if they tell you, it's not going to hurt your credit score.
it
Oh,
will.
yes, it does.
It will, and
Yes,
that,
it does.
that inquiry lasts for
Just
a
look at them.
year.
I'm sorry.
12 months.
Just be a real woman, real
365
man, and look
days.
at them in their face and say, you a
8,760
liar.
hours. Do you understand that?
Just say no, say no, say no to the card, okay? Say no to drugs, say no to the
You can
card.
still say you a
Absolutely.
liar.
Okay, but tell
No,
them about
just say
insurance.
no. Don't, see, then we have to enforce stricter gun legislation because, you know, call somebody a liar in the department store. I need you to
Because
calm
they're
down.
lying.
Josette, talk about the insurance.
I did. I told you.
Oh,
You
you're
know-
through with it?
Well,
This is your financial tune-up. So we're talking about
mean-
everything: credit scores, credit cards, insurance, how all of these things affect you financially, saving money. Keep your money in your pocket so you can invest.
And you know, if you, like you said, and that little 20% that you save for opening that account, is it really worth it when you end up spending 23, 24% in interest?
Sure.
I mean, do the math. Do the math. If you know how to do math, simple math, do the math. It does not make any sense at all.
oh, you wanted me to talk about the profitable customer.
Go ahead.
The insurance customer. You know, insurance companies don't depend on your scores, like I said earlier, but they want to predict whether or not you will make insurance payments on time. They are more interested in whether or not you will be a profitable insurance customer. So does that mean that if they don't believe you are profitable, they can deny you?
That's right. Because see, you could be at risk. Let's say, for instance, you purchase, I don't know, homeowners insurance. You may set your house on fire. You know what I mean? You could be a risk because your finances are bad. They figure you're looking for some way to make some
Do
money.
they go by zip codes?
Oh, believe me, they look at the zip codes. That can play a very good part of it. So that's again why
That's
you have to look at.
discrimination, though.
But that's
There's always
the
those loopholes.
that's the reality. That is the reality. That's why you have to look at your zip code now. You know.
What?
Oh yes.
That is crazy.
So live
Well,
off of
certain-
Wisteria Lane and
More things happen in certain zip codes than other zip codes, you know. So if I'm going to get, what do you call it, a term, accidental death,
Oh my God.
and you live
So
in
that
a
would happen in
neighborhood,
Wisteria Lane.
like every time you turn, 75% deaths or shootings are
I want a
occurring,
$1
you're
million
not going to hardly
policy.
get, you're not going to
So
get
I'm
to,
not gonna get a deal.
no, you're not going to get a deal. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
in
no.
Wisteria Lane, I want $1 million policy on my spouse.
You're not going to get it.
First of all, I'm gonna need you to come out of fantasy land. We're supposed to be real women, real issues, and there's no Wisteria Lane. Where
There's
you,
plenty of Wisteria Lanes. Look it up on the computer.
okay,
honey.
well, do you live in Wisteria Lane with $1 million policy on your husband?
Well, I'm trying to get there.
Well, anyhow, while they take care of all of that, another thing that you want to avoid doing is closing out your
card.
credit card account.
Yes.
That even has an effect on your FICO score.
But you know what's so funny is that the first thing that we think that we're supposed to do, we need to cut down on our debt. So you want to run out, you want to resolve all of your accounts, pay them off, and then close them. But people don't know that that is bad. It works against you. And Adrian, you're going to tell them why.
Well, it's good for you to well, the longer that you have good credit,
Sure.
you need that experience, that history of having, you know, paying on time, maintaining low balances, low dollar balances. Those things help you you need to always keep your credit cards balances under 50% of the total amount that you, of your credit limit.
We're
That's what I'm saying.
winding down,
We're
guys.
going to a break. We have to go to a break, so we'll be right back.